So, with the current news on the Australian government trying to reduce immigrant intake with some strict visa rules, which will increase English language proficiency scores. Also, the UK has announced that from 2024, there would be more restrictive UK immigration policy towards international students, which is not going well with most international students. Also, Canada has announced an increment in the cost of living for international students, which means not all students will be able to afford studying in Canada from 2024. Because of all this, most international students are looking for alternative countries in Europe to study with affordable tuition. So in this video, we'll be sharing some super exciting opportunities in one of the Schengen countries for international students. And after watching this video, right, if you need my paid service to do the application for you, guide you through the visa application, give you more information that would be of help to arrive in these European countries successfully, right? If you're interested, send an email to migratewithamy@gmail.com. Please, I need serious-minded people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ammy. If you're joining me for the first time, you are welcome. I and my husband talk about relocation and studying abroad. Like my video and share it with your friends and your loved ones. Thank you. So, today's video we'll be talking about Portugal. Why Portugal, right? Well, it's like finding a secret treasure in the world of education. They have low tuition fees, no need for Ielts, and guess what? Your residency starts counting from the day you arrive in Portugal. Study visa is faster now, and you can pay your tuition in 10 easy parts. Yes, there is this flexibility of up to 10 tuition installments every year. Trust me, I see studying in Portugal as not just a journey of education, it's a journey of affordability, inclusivity, and it's a welcoming atmosphere and other benefits that we'll be sharing in this video for you guys. So stick around as we walk you through one of the universities that is currently accepting applications from international students. Trust me, by the end of this video, you will be seriously considering studying in Portugal or making Portugal as your next academic destination. We will also explore why Portugal is not just a place to learn, but a place where you won't have to break the bank. It's like getting a quality education with a bonus of good vibes and awesome opportunities. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and your loved ones. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and keep watching.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Immigrate with Ammy. Today we'll be talking about immigration opportunities in Europe, and specifically we are focusing on Portugal. Immigrate with Ammy is a specialist when it comes to moving to Portugal through different pathways, and today we'll be looking at the educational pathway because we think it's actually the best pathway for you to move to Portugal. Apart from the fact that as a student in Portugal, you have the full residency right, you are also open to a lot of other opportunities. For example, students in Portugal are allowed to work, and of course, you start enjoying the benefits of living in Portugal as a resident immediately when you move to Portugal. Okay, so unlike other countries where the immigration programs has a lot of limitations for people who are studying in those countries, Portugal is more or less open and gives students the full benefits of residing and studying here in Portugal. And again, for people who have long-term plans of settling down in Portugal or even becoming permanent resident or citizens in Portugal, as a student, the way is actually open for you. The current immigration law is that you would need to reside in Portugal for a period of 5 years before you can qualify for the permanent residence or the citizenship. Okay, so that is the current immigration law, but that period of residency actually starts counting from when you come in as a student. So it doesn't start counting after you complete your studies like in other countries. If you have lived in Portugal even as a student for a period of 1 year and you have a child, that child will get Portuguese citizenship by birth as long as that child was born in Portugal. Okay, so there are a lot of other benefits that you can explore if you move to Portugal as a student. So we'll be talking about a particular school in Portugal that has started 2024 academic year. So I'll be sharing with you guys the programs that are open. I'll be sharing with you the document that you need to apply to the school. And of course, in previous years, we've supported quite a number of people who actually gained admission to this course. So I will also be sharing some tips with you that can give you a great chance of getting an offer in this university. Okay, so guys, we are talking about the Lisbon School of Economics and Management. It's one of the few schools that have also opened up their application portal, and they are currently accepting applications in the first phase of the application cycle. So one thing you need to know about Portugal, and we always say this in our videos, they usually have different phases of application. So they usually have like the first phase, the second phase, the third phase. Some schools even have the fourth and the fifth phase. Now, as an international student, what you need to know is that before the schools start accepting applications, they usually agree on the number of students they want to admit for each program. Okay, so imagine you want to apply for Masters in Management. The school already knows that in this academic year, we are only accepting 50 students, just to give you an example. And those 50 students, they are going to divide them into different application phases. Now, they usually give more slot to the first phase and the second phase. And most times, they have fewer slots in the third or, the other late phases, okay? So as an international student, your best bet or the best chances you have is when you apply for admission, either in the first or latest in the second phase. So this school is currently in the first phase of the applications, and this is actually the best time for you to apply for their programs. Lisbon School of Economics and Management, also known as ISEG, is one of the best economics and management schools in the world, with a high international reputation, and they are well recognized for the quality of their graduates. So the programs are also accredited and they appear in the rankings of so many international entities. Okay, so let's take a look at some information about this school. First, let's talk about the scholarships and funding that are available in this university. So they actually have funding opportunities both at the undergraduate and graduate level. Okay, so either you want to apply for an undergraduate program, a master's program, or a doctoral program, there are funding opportunities for you in this school. And on their scholarships page, you can actually see that they have a lot of partners that provide scholarships and funding to their students. As you can see here, Caixa Geral, which is a bank in Portugal, Montepio, EY, Explorer Investment Excellence, those are for undergraduate. And you can also see for the masters, they have also a lot of different funding opportunities that you can explore if you want to apply for funding in this school as well. Okay, they also have other forms of scholarships that you can also apply for as well, as you can see here. Make sure you take your time to actually look through the scholarship and funding opportunities that are in this school. Now let's move on to the master's programs that are offered by Lisbon School of Economics and Management. So they have master's programs, okay, taught in English, and some other programs taught in Portuguese. For the sake of international students, I will focus only on the master's programs that are taught in English. So as you can see here, they have English taught master's programs in accounting, actuarial science, applied econometrics and forecasting, data analytics for business, economics, finance, innovation and research for sustainability, management and industrial strategy, management information systems, mathematical finance, and monetary and financial economics. Okay, so these are the master's programs that are offered in English language. For those who speak Portuguese, there are other master's programs as well. Okay, so what document do you need if you want to apply for their master's program? So the document that you need is certificate of your undergraduate degree, your academic transcript, your CV, you will need to write a motivation letter. They have some other optional document that you can add as part of your application. If you have like an English diploma, so maybe your school wants to write a letter to state that your undergraduate was done in English, or you've written an English proficiency test, you can also add it. And then finally, if you have a reference letter, you should also add it. Now, I strongly suggest that you get a reference letter, even though the school is saying it's optional, because it adds to your profile. So the way they do it in Portugal is that when they receive application from all students in a particular application phase, they usually rank each of the student profiles. If they're going to be accepting 20 students in the first phase, they will pick the best 20 students. So I strongly suggest that you get a reference letter to support your application, because it's also a booster to your profile. Again, they have also stated here that all candidates should have an excellent command of English language, both written and spoken. Of course, these are English taught programs, so it's important that you have that. So for those who are interested in doctoral program, PhD program, they also have English taught PhD programs, okay? So they have programs in applied mathematics for economics and management. They have programs in development studies, and they have programs in economics, okay? Now, apart from these core programs, which are handled directly by the school, they also have what they call collaborative PhD programs, which is like a PhD program in collaboration with other institutes or other universities. And in English, they have agricultural innovation in tropical food chains, sustainability sciences, and the sustainable energy system. So these are also other PhD programs that they offer in collaboration with other institutes. Okay. Now, for those who are interested in PhD funding, the school actually has quite a number of funding opportunities. So they have PhD scholarships, which is awarded by the FCT, which is like a government funding opportunity, and they also have funding opportunities from their own research centers. Okay. In some cases, they also give scholarship directly from the University of Lisbon. And for more information, you can contact the PhD coordinator of the program you are interested in to find out the funding opportunities that are available. Now, apart from the PhD scholarships, they also have what they call the Graduate Teaching Assistant Program, okay, where PhD students teach in the ISEG's bachelor's or master's program, and is actually a good opportunity for a first contact with teaching, and also to help finance the tuition fees of the PhD program. Of course, if you want more information on this, you can also contact the PhD coordinator. So for those who are interested in applying for the PhD programs, so what do you need and what are the required documentation? So first, you would need to submit your master's and respective final grade. Since you already have a master's, it means you had a first degree, right? So you also need to submit the educational credential, that is your certificate and your transcript for your first degree as well. If you have academic experience or you have relevant professional experience, you can also submit that profile to them, maybe in form of reference letters, your CV. All of that needs to also be included in your application. And of course, they will want you to also prepare a research proposal for your doctoral study. So basically, these are the documentation that you would need to provide. Their application process is very, very straightforward. It's very, very easy, okay? And at least as at the last application phase they did, the application fee was only 51 euros. Now, if you want to apply for the application, what you would need to do first is to register on the application portal, and this is actually the link to the portal right here. Okay, all of the information is also available in Portuguese or in English for those who do not understand Portuguese. Okay, so you can see some general guidelines on how to register an account with them. It's basically an online form that you would need to fill. As you can see here, your proper names, your document, which is your passport, of course, your date of birth, gender, country, telephone contact, email confirmation, password, and then once you supply all of that information, you can create an account and you can then log in your account to continue your application. Okay, so basically this is how you create an application. I mean, you can submit an application for admission in less than 30 minutes on this portal. Okay, now if you need some form of support applying to this school or any school for that matter, in Portugal, or you need some guidelines or support in the visa application process, you can also reach out to us for us to support you in this process. Okay, so guys, take advantage of this university that is currently accepting application. It's a good time to apply as an international student because it gives you enough time to prepare for the journey ahead. We hope that everything works out for you. Don't forget that you have the support that you need. You can always reach out if you need some form of support. It's always a pleasure supporting you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day.